Welcome back to your Monday pre-market brief. Everything here is for education and entertainment only, not financial advice. So always do your own research before making any moves. And buckle up, because we've got a jobs shock, a record Dow, and a brand new Fed chair, all colliding this week. Let's jump straight into the key themes shaping markets as we come back from the holiday weekend. Friday's June payrolls landed at just 57,000, a sharp slowdown from prior months, with labor force participation dropping to its lowest level since March 2021, signaling the jobs engine is cooling faster than most economists expected. Despite that softening labor picture, the Dow closed at a fresh all-time record high heading into the long weekend, leaving traders to reconcile slowing growth with persistent market optimism. Chip stocks are starting the week on the back foot as the semiconductor sector stumbles, with investors reassessing sky-high AI valuations amid renewed concerns about export restrictions and demand sustainability. This week marks our first real window into the Warsh-led Federal Reserve's thinking, as the new chair navigates the delicate balance between energy-driven inflation pressures and a clearly weakening employment backdrop. Oil prices have pulled back to pre-conflict levels, effectively unwinding the geopolitical risk premium and giving the Fed one less inflationary headache to worry about as it charts its next move. Continuing with our key themes, there's a major shakeup in one of the most watched indices this week. SpaceX is officially joining the Nasdaq 100, marking a landmark moment as Elon Musk's private rocket company crosses into the public index universe and instantly becomes one of the weightiest names in the benchmark. Here's what's on the calendar this week that you need to have on your radar. Thursday brings the ISM Services PMI, a critical read on the services side of the economy that will tell us whether the weakness in hiring is bleeding into broader business activity. Also Thursday, the U.S. trade balance report drops, and with tariff policy still front of mind, traders will be watching the deficit number closely for any signs of shifting trade flows. SpaceX's inclusion in the Nasdaq 100 becomes effective this week, meaning index funds and ETFs tracking the benchmark will need to buy shares, potentially creating notable rebalancing flows. Wednesday's release of the June FOMC meeting minutes is the week's main event, the first detailed look at how the Warsh Fed debated the case for holding rates steady amid conflicting economic signals. Thursday's weekly jobless claims report takes on extra significance this time around, as investors look for confirmation of whether that shockingly weak June payrolls number was a one-off or the start of a trend. A handful of major names report this week, unofficially kicking off Q2 earnings season with some bellwether reads on the American consumer and traveler. PepsiCo reports Q2 results, ticker PEP, and Wall Street will be laser-focused on volume trends and pricing power to gauge whether consumer staples demand is holding up as household budgets tighten. Delta Airlines, ticker DAL, steps up to bat and effectively opens earnings season for the broader market. Their commentary on travel demand, fuel costs, and forward bookings will set the tone for the entire transport and leisure sector. So, here's the big picture as I see it. Markets are walking back in after the 4th of July weekend, facing a genuinely unusual setup. You've got a labor market that is clearly cooling, 67,000 payrolls with participation at multi-year lows, yet the Dow sitting at a record. And now we wait for Wednesday's FOMC minutes to understand how Chair Warsh and the committee weighed cheap oil against soft jobs when they decided to hold in June. With Pepsi and Delta cracking open earnings season, the real educational question this week is which narrative wins, slowing growth or easing inflation pressures. That is your Monday pre-market brief. Remember, nothing you heard here is financial advice. It's purely educational. If you found this valuable, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you never miss a morning update. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow.